I don't think it's made it this direction yet, so.
Okay.
We're working number 19. Hit that.
You got a pen? You want me to use that?
It doesn't matter. Everyone used different ones.
Hi.
I caught you. I caught you.
Actually, yes, down at the power plant for the
Yeah.
protest. So, good to see you again as well.
Oh, okay.
This is his third visit. He wanted to meet everybody.
Excellent.
Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Let's go introduce you to our senior member.
I'm gonna hold on to it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I hold on to the machine? He's not the senior member, he's the sensei. He's the papa side. The Shihan. Shihan O'Keefe.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So look what I did.
More stuff?
Yeah. Two late files. I just saw them. So there's the pages on that, and then so thank you.
He knows.
He knows. Late files. So why are these late?
I know, you're asking the wrong person.
Oh, okay.
I asked the mayor that.
Oh, because Blaine Park we were already
He's a
talking
reporter,
about.
he's supposed to know.
Talked about, but never got the appropriations.
Gotcha. Okay. Good. Okay.
How was your commute home?
Oh, good. Oh, okay. So that's good.
Maybe you should learn some Japanese, Joe.
Here, this is Todd's. Will you put this on Todd's?
I will.
Thank you.
No, Daniel, did you sign that?
Nope, I did not, but I will.
Where is he? Where's the Orlando?
Bob's gonna introduce him.
Oh, here, come up here. Oh, over here.
Did everyone sign it?
I think it's just you.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We're still missing
We're missing.
Elaine. We're missing Elaine, and we're missing
Hey, are
We
you?
need to sign this.
Bob.
Yeah. You don't have to if you don't
Actually,
want.
yeah, this is signing the Purple Heart resolution.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's a forward pass.
That's a very cool thing. Cheryl was reading it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Just Bobby. The games begin.
A regular meeting of the City Council is held in the City Council chambers on Thursday, February 13th, 2014, at 7 p.m. for the purpose of transacting any and all business. Notice of this meeting was posted on February 6th, 2014, at 6:21 p.m. This meeting is being taped and is live on SATV. All councilors are present, with Councilor McCarthy presiding. Councilor Appley moves to dispense with the reading of the previous minute. All in favor, all opposed? I ask that we now join Councilor Siegel in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to take a moment of personal privilege just for a quick second to recognize Hiroki right over here in the audience. Hiroki Ottawa, Japan. He's 20 years old. He's an English lit major, and this being the 20th anniversary of the sister city relationship between Ottawa, Japan, and Salem. Every year the students come over, but Hiroki came over on his own. He's staying with Ben Allender, and I just want to recognize him as his third visit to America, and he loves Salem and he loves the Celtics, so public testimony. Mr. Zawicki, please.
I want to thank you, Council President McCarthy, for this opportunity. First, I would like to welcome the 4 new councilors to the City Council. If I could, I'd like to make a quick comment. Viewers on the last meeting may not have understood the point that was trying to be made.
Brief latitude.
Excuse me?
Brief latitude on this one.
Yes. I just want to mention that a rule is a rule when it's applied fairly. No exceptions, not even the mayor. Otherwise, it should be dispensed with. I would also like to thank the 5 councilors that voted in favor. Mr. Legault, Mr. Epley, yourself, Mr. McCarthy, Mr. Siegel, and Mr. Sargent. As far as the matter today that's on the agenda, it's basically a request that I'm trying to make. In keeping with my message when I ran for office, I'm trying to be a voice where there is none. It was brought to my attention recently that the ordinance proposed regarding shopping carts may be a way to target a group of people who utilize the shopping carts in a constructive way. I'm asking that this matter go back to the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs. I would like the opportunity to propose an alternative approach to the matter, an incentive program that would save the store money and maintain good customer relations while spurring future business. That's my request. Other than that, it was recommended that I possibly ask you if I could now read what I intended to read last time, because I did come here on Tuesday at 3 p.m., only to be told that the deadline was at noon in order for me to get it on the agenda on this occasion. Otherwise, I'll wait till the next meeting.
Is it a matter that's posted on the agenda? That's the rule.
It's not posted today. I came here to do that, but I was informed that I was late.
Okay. No, if it's not on the agenda, then we'll take it up the next meeting. Yeah, you can ask any one of us to bring it in. If you ask me, I'll be more than happy to bring it in for you.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Robert Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilors. My name is Robert Kennedy. I'm a Salem resident and a working artist with a Master's in Fine Arts from the SMA Tufts Joint Program. I'm here to speak on the creation of the Public Arts Commission and some serious concerns I have with its makeup as defined in the Public Art Master Plan. Under this plan, the PAC would consist of 1 member of the Design Review Board, at least 3 people with, and I quote, a background in art, architecture, landscape architecture, urban planning, art, or architectural history or design, and at least 1 visual artist. With the other 2 positions filled by members of the public, if not filled by any of the other categories. My concern is with the mandatory number of visual artists and the lack of definitions or qualifications for the other categories. In the master plan, there's a definition of artist that is as follows: a professional practitioner in the arts, generally recognized by his or her peers as possessing serious intent and ability. While this is an apt definition, it applies to a wide range of people, many of whom would be ill-suited to the task that the PAC will be required to undertake. The other professions listed, the ones which will take up nearly half the PAC, remain undefined. Their experience level also remains vague. What constitutes a background in, say, art history? Hobbyist level interest, so many credits of art history at the college level, a degree, so at what level? About work experience in the field, this is not stated in the PAC. Salem has, to be blunt, a lackluster performance record when it comes to public art. That said, we are also a city with great potential in this area. We have a world-class art museum in our downtown. We have a rich history to draw from. We are located within hours driving of some of the best and most respected art institutions in the nation. The move towards creating a public arts commission is a good one. But we must not squander this opportunity. It is vital that we codify into this ordinance measures to ensure that we have expertise and experience on the path. That the members on it are passionate and knowledgeable about the arts and able to wisely guide the arts in Salem into the future. They must know the contemporary art scene and have professional knowledge required to separate the wheat from the chaff. To this end, I suggest this measure be sent back so that the number of visual artists on the pack be raised to a minimum of 3, and that all members who are not part of the design review board have minimum educational and experiential standards applied to their position. This will function as a form of quality control for the PAC and ensure that this overall public arts initiative serves the citizens of Salem skillfully and with integrity.
That is everyone who signed up for public testimony. Hearings.
We have an order that continued from the last meeting, National Grid to install conduits and remove poles on Bridge, Boston, Goodhue Streets.
Is there anyone in the chamber that's going to speak on favor of this? Because I know National Grid said they were not going to be in attendance, so just in case anyone did show up, anyone here to speak opposed? Councilor Eppley?
I'm going to move to table, continue this to the next council meeting.
Councilor Eppley moves to table, to continue this hearing until the next council meeting. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you, Councilor Eppley. Hearings.
We have ordered from Comcast to install a conduit on Essex Street.
Is there anyone in the chamber here to speak in favor? Or anyone opposed? Once again, Comcast, the representative from Comcast that was appeared before us tonight was traveling quite a distance from a part of the state that wasn't having rain but was having a lot more snow than we were encountering, so he let us know in advance. So, Councilor Famico?
I move to continue to the next meeting.
Councilor Famico moves to continue the next meeting. All those in favor? All those opposed? Appointments and reappointments.
Held from the last meeting, the mayor's appointment of Abigail Butt, 111 South Street, to serve as a member of the Salem Council on Aging with a term to expire March 1st, 2017.
Councilor Eppley.
Unless Ms. Butt is here, it's my understanding she was not going to be here tonight, or? Oh, she is here. Fantastic. Then I move for appointment. Move for confirmation.
Confirmation by roll call vote on discussion.
Yes, Mr. President. I would ask to, I would just wanted to state on Ms. Butt's behalf that, and we'll hopefully be able to allow her to speak momentarily, but she comes very well qualified, having experience within the working with the elderly, and she would be a fine addition to the Salem Council on Aging. So I move that, well, it's already under discussion, so.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone further? Thank you. Madam City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilor Eppley?
Yes.
Councilor Famico?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Legault?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Siegel?
Yes.
Councilor Terrell?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you. On the matter of the appointment of Abigail Butt to the Council on Aging Board, 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Councilor Eppley.
Mr. President, I would ask for a suspension of the rules to allow Ms. Butt to speak.
Councilor Eppley has to suspend the rules. Seeing no objection, Ms. Butt, if you'd like to address us, please.
Thank you very much. I look forward to working for the city. It's a great honor. I have a master's in gerontology and am currently working on a doctorate in gerontology. I have a background in public policy and program evaluation and demography, and I really think this is an exciting time for the city of Salem in terms of their aging population and how the city is moving forward with a building for the seniors. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Further appointments and reappointments.
Mr. President, just move Loretta Carroll be sent to city seal as a token of appreciation for her service, retired member.
So noted. Thank you. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Robert Millerick, 4 Gallows Circle, to serve as a member of the Board of Assessors with a term to expire March 1st, 2017.
Councilor Epley.
Mr. President, I move that this be held under the rules.
Councilor Epley moves this be held on the rules. Seeing no objection. All in favor, all opposed. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Jacqueline Eng, 29 Fairmount Street, to serve as a member of the Cemetery Commission with a term to expire February 1st, 2016.
Councilor Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be held under the rules.
Councilor Gerard moves that this matter be held under the rules. All those in favor, all those opposed. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's reappointment of the following department heads with their following terms to expire on January 31st, 2016. Nina Bridgman, Lisa Camarada, John Doyle, Lynn Goonan Duncan, Catherine Fabizewski, John Giardi, James Hacker, Whitney Haskell, David Knowlton, Karen Partinen, Sarah Stanton, Thomas J. St. Pierre, John Tomaz, and Kathy Wynn.
Councilor Epley.
I move that we approve those appointees in block by roll call vote.
Any further, Councilor Fury?
Comments?
Comments?
If I may,
Fury.
Mr. President, fellow members, I think we're very lucky to have each and every one of these people represent the city of Salem. They are the wind beneath our wings. They give the city a great professional recognition and respect for their roles and responsibility. Some of them are here tonight in very difficult weather conditions, and 365 days, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, they're here serving the city of Salem. And they make our jobs so much easier on the city council and for the mayor and on behalf of the city council. We thank you very much for being a part of the wind beneath our wings in this very difficult night. Mr. Tomaz is the Director of Public Services. He's here and he's had a very difficult winter. God bless you, Mr. Tomaz. Thank you very much, and thank you for each and every one of you serving us and giving the city of Salem the caliber and commitment that she really deserves. Thank you.
Move for confirmation by roll call.
Any further comments? Seeing none. There's a motion on the floor to reconfirm everybody by roll call vote. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Counselor Epley?
Yes.
Counselor Famico?
Yes.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Gerard?
Yes.
Counselor Legault?
Yes.
Counselor Milo?
Yes.
Counselor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Siegel?
Yes.
Counselor Turiel?
Yes.
Counselor McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you. On the matter of the reappointments of the various department heads, 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative, the matter carries. And I want to thank you all for showing up tonight, and John, get back up there and get those communications from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $84,000 from capital outlay renovation and repairs account to be expended for the restoration of the town pump fountain on Essex Street.
Council Terrell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move this be referred to the administration and finance, opposed to the committee of the whole.
On acceptance of the recommendation, all those in favor? On, under discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Where did she have it? This is right here.
It's
Right.
a pretty extensive
Okay.
project, and it's
And
more
direct.
expensive than shown here. We're using grant money to pay for much of this. There is appropriation, but I'd like a chance for us to see the plan and see what this all entails before we move forward with it.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor Torriello's motion that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance. All in favor? All opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $30,000 from capital outlay renovation and repairs account to be expended for repair of the Mack Park House and the Forest River Park House.
Councilor Torriello.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the suspension of the rules.
Councilor Torriello moves suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Torriello.
Thank you, Mr. President. I further move for adoption.
Under discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is to get the Mac Park House into a habitable state and to fix the minimum systems necessary. We have a couple that is willing to move in and be caretakers and help us turn this back into a resource for the city and help oversee the park. And I see no reason to delay getting them in there and getting this work done. We also have repairs to the Forest River House Park House as well under this. So I think this is worth moving forward with quickly.
Thank you. At this time, Karen, do you want to speak to this? Before we make a motion to waive the rules of
Move
law.
for suspension of rules, allow us to speak.
Council O'Keefe moves to ask for suspension of rules, allow Karen Carpenter, the Director of Park and Recs, to address the council. Seeing no objection, can I see 3 hands? Thank you. Karen Carpenter, please, thank you.
Yes, as the councilor mentioned, it's $25,000 for the Mac Park House and $5,000 for the roof of the Forest River House. As you know, we have one of our employees stays at the Forest River House. It costs $10,000 to replace that roof. We got $5,000 in insurance we've already received, so we just need the additional $5,000 for that. The $25,000 for the Mac Park House is for mold remediation, insects, it's for a roof, it's for the furnace, is a big part of it. So a couple of electrical things to bring it back up to code. Once we make it habitable, then the tenants are going to come in and do the cosmetic type repairs to make the presence time in that park.
Any discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Ferrell's motion that this matter be approved. All in favor? All opposed? Thank you, Karen. Further communications from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $25,000 from Retirement Stabilization Fund Vacation Sick Leave Buyback Account to be expended for negotiated sick leave buyback.
Councilor Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Turner moves suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also move for adoption.
Under discussion.
This is just a routine funding of the buyback account, as we are obligated in many of our city contracts to do.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Turner's motion that this matter be approved. All those in favor? All opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have an appropriation of $15,000 from Capital Outlay Renovation and Repairs Account to be expended for the purchase of tires for the DPS loader.
Councilor Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Councilor Turner moves suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Councilor Turner.
I also move for adoption.
Under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is to repair the rather large specialty custom tires on our loaders that are used for loading salt into our salt spreaders. The tires are worn to fairly dangerous levels after 7 years of use. And unfortunately, I checked into this. These are something that are done under a low-cost contract. So shopping them around isn't going to help any. And if it goes down, it's going to be very expensive for us to have a replacement loader in service. So, and unfortunately, these are not tires that you can just go down to Costco, wait in line, and buy. So we have to get these specialty parts for it.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Turner's motion that this matter be approved. All those in favor? All opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have an ordinance relative to the title of the Chief Administrative Aide to the Mayor and change it to title to Chief of Staff.
Councilor O'Keefe.
Mr. President, members of the City Council, I move for first passage of this ordinance. I don't think it needs to be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs. It's plain and simple, and I met the new Chief of Staff in Beverly, who was called the Chief of Staff. I met him yesterday over there in Beverly City Hall. I think it's appropriate that it's why delay this matter? I mean, we're only going to come out, he's doing a hell of a great job, and we should change this. He doesn't get any additional pay, I'm sure of that. He's going to get a new baby, that's the main thing. All right, I move for first passage of this ordinance.
Councilor O'Keefe moves for adoption, first passage. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Fury. Under discussion, any further discussion? Do we need a roll call?
Move the question, roll call.
Do we need a roll call on that?
Well, if I don't, it's up to the council. It's up to you, Mr. President. No, it's fine. Gannon?
So on Councilor O'Keefe's move for adoption, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have an order to accept an act relative to the composition of the Salem Board of Health to reduce it to a 5-member board.
Council Segal.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer this to Committee on Public Health and Safety and Environment.
Council Segal moves to refer this to the Committee on Public Health, Safety and Environment. On discussion?
No discussion.
No discussion. Seeing no further discussion on Council Segal's recommendation, this matter be referred to the Committee on Public Health, Safety and Environment. All those in favor? All opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have an order to authorize the mayor to enter into surrounding community benefits agreement with Mohegan Sun.
Council Legault.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be referred to the Committee on Community and Economic Development.
Under discussion?
I see no reason for that, sir.
Co-posted, please.
I would agree to co-post that.
Okay, Council Legault's recommendation, this matter be referred to the Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further communications from the mayor came in as a late file for those of you who haven't seen it, page 8.1. Received after the deadline.
Received after the deadline of Tuesday noon, an appropriation of $357,975 from capital outlay renovation and repair account to be expended for the soil remediation and improvements at Splain Park.
Council Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move this be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Council Turner moves that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. Under discussion?
We need to suspend the rules first.
I have to move for suspension of the rules first, sorry.
Thank you. Councilor Turner moves for suspension of the rules to take this matter up. All's in favor? All's opposed? Council Turner.
Okay, now I move to refer it to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Under discussion?
Briefly, Mr. President, this is, we finally have the number for completing Splain Park, and with the plans and the plan changes and the remediation that we've been faced with, so it's in our interest to get a hearing on this as quickly as possible and try and figure out what the details are before we move this forward.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Council Turner's motion that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. All's in favor? All's opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
An appropriation of $200,000 from fund balance free cash account to electrical streetlight account.
Council Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Council Turner moves for suspension of the rules. Seeing no objection, Council Turner.
I also move that we refer this to the Committee on Administration and Finance.
Under discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is due to the streetlight purchase from National Grid not having gone forward in as timely a fashion as we had hoped for. I read the attached order, and they do expect that these funds will be replenished as a result of the purchase arrangement, and it'll wind up being neutral at year's end. But until that point, they want to move forward. But there's still probably some questions to ask about where we're going with this and what the pace of this move is.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Chairman, could I just ask that we have that co-posted with the Committee of the Whole?
Sorry, yeah, certainly. Co-post that.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor Turner's motion that this matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. All those in favor? All those opposed? Mayor's informational page. None. Motions, orders, and resolutions. Council Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, ordered that the monthly financial report dated December 31st, 2013 be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance.
On acceptance of the order, all in favor, all opposed? On adoption of the order, on discussion?
No discussion, routine housekeeping.
On Councilor Turner's move for adoption, all those in favor, all those opposed? Councilor Keith? Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, the year 2014, an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to traffic, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, Chapter 42, Section 74, General Prohibition Towing Zones is hereby amended by adding the following. Peabody Street, northerly side, starting at the easterly side of the driveway of number 25 Peabody Street and extending for 20 feet in the easterly direction, no park tow zone. This ordinance shall take effect as provided by the city charter.
All in favor of this particular order? Remarks, Councilor?
No remarks. This has been approved by Lieutenant Pazuski, and it's something that we need to do, so we're asking the council to vote for it.
Opposed? Unanimous. Welcome.
Further motions and orders, resolutions. Councilor Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the year 2014, an ordinance to amend ordinance relative to traffic be it ordained by the City Council, City of Salem as follows. Section 1, Chapter 42, Section 49, obedience to isolated stop signs is hereby amended, adding the following: Appleton Street, southerly bound traffic at Liberty Hill Avenue, stop sign. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by the city charter.
Under discussion?
No, not too much discussion. This is actually an intersection where it really does need a stop sign, as been recommended by Lieutenant Pazuski. And so I'm moving for adoption and first passage.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor Gerard's motion that this be adopted for first passage. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further motions or resolutions? Councilor Ruffalo.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I've brought forward a resolution related to a designation of Salem as a Purple Heart City, and I move for its adoption.
Under discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. If I may read it to the council and for our viewers at home. City of Salem, in City Council, February 13th, 2014, resolution. Whereas the award known as the Purple Heart has a history that reaches back to the waning days of the American Revolution. The Continental Congress had forbidden General George Washington from granting commissions and promotions in rank to recognize merit. Yet Washington wanted to honor merit, particularly among the enlisted soldiers. On 7 August 1782, his general orders established the Badge of Military Merit. And whereas this award was open only to enlisted men and granted them the distinction of being permitted to pass all guards and sentinels as could commissioned officers. The names of the recipients were to have been kept in a book of merit, which has never been recovered. And whereas Washington stated that the award was to be a permanent one, but once the Revolution ended, the badge of merit was all but forgotten until the 20th century. General John J. Blackjack Pershing suggested a need for an award for merit in 1918. But it was not until 1932 that the Purple Heart was created in recognition of Washington's ideals and for the bicentennial of his birth. And whereas the Purple Heart has undergone many changes with respect to the criteria for being awarded. At first, the Purple Heart was exclusively awarded to Army and Army Air Corps personnel and could not be awarded to the next of kin. In 1942, President Franklin Roosevelt signed an executive order allowing the Navy to award the Purple Heart to sailors, Marines, and Coast Guard personnel. Also in that year, the Purple Heart was made available for posthumous award to any member of the military killed on or after 7 December 1942. And whereas originally the Purple Heart was awarded for meritorious service, being wounded was one portion of consideration for merit. With the creation of the Legion of Merit in 1942, the award of the Purple Heart for meritorious service became unnecessary and was therefore discontinued. The Purple Heart, per regulation, is awarded in the name of the President of the United States of America to any member of the Armed Forces of the United States who, while serving under the competent authority in any capacity with one of the U.S. Armed Services after 5 April 1917 has been wounded, killed, or has died after being wounded. Now, therefore, on behalf of all Salem recipients of the Purple Heart, the City Council of the City of Salem do hereby designate Salem as a Purple Heart City and submit this resolution to the Department of Massachusetts, Military Order of the Purple Heart, and the National Office of said organization for appropriate recognition of this resolution. And if I may go on, Mr. President, with just a couple of remarks. I want to thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the honor of being the council liaison to our Salem Veterans Council. I've met with the Veterans Council. In fact, we have members here. We have Commander Roger Legier, who's here in the audience, as well as Philip Sandin, who in a minute, Your Honor, I will ask that that Mr. Sandin have an opportunity to speak. But I just want to state, as with my own in my own family, with my father, I've not been in the military, and so I certainly can't claim to provide the service that these men here and also a couple of our colleagues here within this body have provided to our country. But my father served within the service during the Vietnam War and is a veteran of that conflict. And in addition, my father-in-law is a Purple Heart recipient himself, as well as a Bronze Star recipient, and passed away just a few years ago as a result of complications due to Agent Orange from the Vietnam War. So in my family, we're very well aware of the sacrifices that have been made by our veterans, both here in Salem and also across the country. So with that, I mean, we certainly want to be a part of this program of being a Purple Heart city. And with that, Your Honor, with that, Mr. President, my day job is getting to me, Mr. President. With that, Mr. President, I would request a suspension of the rules to allow Philip Sandin, who is not only a Salem resident, who's not only a veteran, but also is a Purple Heart recipient himself, to speak in front of the council.
Seeing no objections, got a show of 3 hands to allow Mr. Sandin to address the council. Mr. Sandin, please, sir.
Thank you. I wanted to be here this evening. I'm a member of the Purple Heart. We meet in Beverly, Chapter 240. It's the General Patton chapter. I'm so privileged and honored to be in front of you this evening. Being a Purple Heart member makes me extremely proud. I'm a Vietnam veteran. It's great that the city is going to honor all Purple Heart recipients, present and future recipients. And the real honor is those who did not come home. We do it for them. We wear our medals for those guys. They didn't make it home. They made the ultimate sacrifice. And I hope you consider passing this resolution this evening. It will make Salem proud, all its residents, and everyone who enters the borders of Salem will know that Salem is a Purple Heart community. Not only will we celebrate our veterans on Veterans Day, Memorial Day, we will celebrate them 365 days a year, which will be a feather in our cap. So I just want to thank the entire council, and I hope you approve this resolution so we can designate Salem as a Purple Heart community. And I would like to recognize Council from Ward 7, Joe O'Keefe, who's an Air Force veteran, and also William Legault, who's also an Air Force veteran. So
An Army.
I thank him for their service. Does anybody have any questions?
No, remarks.
Remarks, Council?
Through Mr. President, members of the City Council. You only get the reward because you're in combat. You can't get the Purple Heart if you're in the Air Force at Lackland Air Force Base or wherever I was. But you were in combat. And that's a big difference, that you were there under fire. And that's what we respect, people that have the wounded.
It's the first award that
Positively.
the United States. Purple
Positively.
Heart is the first award before
Thank you, brother
it's
veteran.
the most recognized, even more than the Medal of Honor. So, I thank you for your time, and I'm so proud to be here.
In fact, further remarks, Council, the legislature in its wisdom has created a special license plate that Purple Heart veterans can demonstrate on their car.
And hopefully, this process does not cost anything to the community. The only thing it costs is signage. If you're willing to do signage on the North Street or Boston Street or Bridge Street, main thoroughfare, that would be great. So people coming in know that we're already a tremendous veterans community, but this is like the feather in the cap. It's a little extra, and we honor them every day. So that's what it's all about. Salem has always been good to their veterans. We are the birthplace of the National Guard, and we just dedicated the extension for Sergeant Roulet, who was killed in, I think, Afghanistan, I believe. So we're doing a lot of good things for veterans, and I hope we continue.
Thank you, Phil.
Councilor Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm a veteran, and I oftentimes hear veterans and people that served as brothers, as, you know, they describe it as a brotherhood, and that may be true, but this man belongs to the true brotherhood. You served in combat, you were wounded, and my service pales, sir, and I want to thank you for your service, the sacrifices that you've made, and the sacrifices that you choose to continue to make through your veteran service work. Thank you.
I only ask if anyone on this council or anyone in this chamber sees a veteran in uniform, make sure make sure you shake their hands and thank them. You both feel good about it. You know, you both feel real good about it. So I would like Roger to maybe, with your permission, Mr. President. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Mr. President, move for suspension of the rules to allow Commander Roger Legere to also speak.
Seeing no objection, just hit three hands. Thank you. Mr. Legere.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Salem City Council, Mr. President, I'm just here to prepare with Pete with all the efforts he's put in to make this a Purple Hat community. The Salem Veterans Council has worked very hard over the last few years, not only for that and the Home of the National Guard. And when people come from all over the country and come into this wonderful city and see what we stand for and see how this city supports its veterans, for all men and women who served, it's a great honor for the city, and I'm sure the people who come to visit, it will make them feel great too as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor Absolutely's motion to adopt this resolution. And I know that we all signed it, so Councilor Absolutely's motion to adopt it. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Terrell.
Thank you, Mr. President. The City of Salem City Council ordered that the Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, meet to discuss the artist road space managed by the City of Salem with the purpose of improving the potential for year-round use and for art presentation and education. Invited Mayor, Planning Department, Salem Art Association representatives.
Councilor Terrell.
This has been a subject that has been somewhat near and dear to my heart and to many others for a long time, trying to see if there's anything we can do as a city to turn the artist road space into something that is more suitable to year-round usage, helps better serve the mission of presenting arts to the community, and help with education, help turn it into more of a year-round attraction for us. And, something that's not just, not just the usual haunted house tours, and a little bit more about some of the potential of this city.
Excellent. So on adoption of the motion that this matter be taken up by the Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, all those in favor? All opposed? Committee reports.
Mr. President?
I'm sorry, Councilor Upward.
Mr. President, I have a late file order that I'd like to propose. City of Salem in City Council, February 13, 2014, ordered that the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with Committee of the Whole, meet to discuss City Ordinance Chapter 2, Section 2-271 regarding the compensation of the City Council, its effective date, and whether it should remain tied to the mayor's compensation. So I move that that be sent to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Okay. It's just brought in. That matter's already in front of the committee? If I may indulge, Councilor.
Mr. President, that particular motion is not what is coming in front of the committee, out of the Committee of Ordinance, Lights, and Legal Affairs tonight, is the actual raised proposal itself from last week's meeting. Okay. So this is bringing the rest of it into play.
Okay. On adoption of Councilor Appley's motion that the separation be taken, the matter that you read be taken up by the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted, and then it'll be piggyback onto the one that's coming out of committee later.
No, Mr. President, that's, you better straighten it out. It's not correct. Well, I'm injured, remarks personally? You bet,
It's technically not affirmative. Counselor, okay, go ahead.
it's not, I have a motion tonight from the committee to recommend that the mayor's salary be adjusted to $120,000. That's all that's before us, and from my committee. Now, this is something else. This is something else that's going to go to another committee, not to our committee, correct?
Right, that's
That's
correct.
correct.
Right.
That's what he
Okay.
did. He referred it to the Community Administration of
Right.
Finance.
That's right. Okay.
Until-
For their study and recommendation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Counsel Seaton.
I know we can't speak about this, Mr. President, but my question is that the right committee to start it in? Or should it go to ordinance, license, and legal, where I think it's just in the ordinance?
According to, if I may,
Yes.
according to what I've asked the city
Okay.
solicitor, if you read the charter, any adjustment to the mayor's salary is supposed to technically start with the Community Administration of Finance.
Okay.
All right? Counselor Eppley?
Nothing.
So on Counselor Eppley's, adoption of Counselor Eppley's motion, that his particular take on this matter, specifically the separation of the council's salaries being linked to the mayor's salary, be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, Co-Host Committee Hall.
To be, if I may, Mr. President, what,
For their discussion and interpretation.
what I'm looking for is the discussion in A and F, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, be regarding the compensation of city council, its effective date of, and whether it should remain tied to the mayor's compensation.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all.
Yep. All's in favor? All's opposed?
That's all.
Any further motions on the resolutions? Seeing none, committee reports. Joe has one? Council Keith, you have a motion or a resolution?
Well, committee reports.
No, you have a motion or a resolution?
No.
Going to the city order.
Where is it? No, that's not it. 2-minute recess?
Council Keith moves for a 2-minute recess. All's in favor? All opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
No? Okay. This is compensation coming up, right? Yep.
It was tooth hair and hair.
You mean this one that I wrote on?
Council is now back in order. Councilor Keith?
Mr. President, I apologize. I have so many papers, so I get so, tonight. City of Salem City Council, February 13, 2014, ordered that the enclosed letter from the police department revoking taxi license number 14-02 for Sandy Jaquez Gill be received and placed on file. That's all we're asking for, received and placed on file.
On acceptance of Councilor Keith's motion, all's in favor? All's opposed?
Thank you.
Committee reports.
Set. Mr. President, members of the City Council. The City Council, February 13th, rather. The Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs, to whom was referred the matter of granting certain licenses, has considered said matter and to recommend approval of the following. Are we on the same page? Are we all on the same page? Correct. All right. First one, as considered and would recommend approval of the following. Seaworms, Dylan Silva, Jake Silva, Emmanuel Silva. Secondhand clothing, Queen of Hearts, 100 Wath Street, Salem. Tag Days, Disabled Vets, VFW 1524, Salem Veterans Council, Salem High School Boys Soccer. Request they all be approved.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed?
Move.
On adoption of the recommendation, any discussion, further discussion, Council
None,
O'Keefe?
none.
On adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor, all those opposed? Further committee reports.
Public Arts Commission, all right? Let me get through another one of these things here. And the gentleman is still here? Okay, all right. Aging Commission. City Council, City of Salem, February 13, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of an ordinance establishing a public arts commission, has considered said matter and would recommend that the ordinance be adopted as amended for first passage.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, Council O'Keefe?
Mr. President, members of the City Council, we heard a petition, we heard someone from the public come forward and talk to us about this particular matter, which the committee was not aware of. So perhaps we should refer this and keep this in committee and have the gentleman come back to us and talk to us at length about the amending the ordinance. It's up to the committee what we want to do. If the council wants to adopt for first passage tonight, then we could talk to the gentleman and others maybe about this matter and then come back.
On the discussion, Councilor Legault and Councilor Steele.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll support Councilor O'Keefe's recommendation to send it back to the committee. I attempted to ask some questions in regards to the visual artist when we were in committee last time, and apparently I didn't go in the right direction with the questions. I have some of the same questions that Mr. Kennedy has. Exactly who are we going to be putting on this commission? I had questions about exactly what a visual artist was, what we meant by a visual artist, and some people addressed that question, but I don't think it was to our satisfaction. I think I would like to discuss the actual makeup of the commission a little bit more deeply back in committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm all set. He said everything I was about to say.
Any further discussion? Councilor Epley?
I would just suggest for this body that perhaps we could go ahead and pass this on first passage tonight, but then refer it back to committee so that we're saving that step. We can expedite the process.
Councilor Sergeant?
I think that'll be expensive. We have to pay to have it in the paper after first passage, then pay to have the changes put in again. So in an effort to save the city money, I think we might want to go the other direction. Thank you.
So noted.
Councilor O'Keefe?
Well, that's what I was having a discussion with the city clerk to save money. What does the council want to do?
Moving to refer this matter back to committee.
I think it should go back to committee before we start, changing the numbers in the committee.
Seconded by Councilor Legault.
Yes, please.
All those in favor?
Co-post with the council committee of the whole.
That's currently what
All right. I make sure the record shows that.
Okay, so Councilor O'Keefe moves that this matter.
Go back.
As co-posted with the committee of the whole be referred back to committee.
Yep.
Seconded by Councilor Legault. All those in favor? All those opposed? Goes back to committee. Further committee reports. Councilor O'Keefe?
Okay. I hope I got the right one this time. This is on the Council of the Aging Director. All right? City of Salem, City Council, February 13, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of an ordinance relative to Chapter 2, Section 593 and 836, relative to the Council on Aging Director has considered said matter and would recommend that first passage of the ordinance as amended. And we have the amended version in front of you. Has everybody got the copy that the city solicitor prepared for us? You folks have it? It's in red. She updated it? Have it all? Okay. We're just changing those particular words that we went through tonight. We'd ask for first passage based on what you have in front of you tonight. First passage.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the Councilor O'Keefe's recommendation is that this matter be
Adopted, first passage.
adopted first passage.
Yeah.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Further committee reports, Councilor O'Keefe.
Compensation of the mayor, all right? I respectfully request you go by the next one, and the committee has decided to keep that off the discussion tonight on fingerprints and, is that the next one, fingerprints? We're going to work on that with Councilor Siegel and Councilor Terrell and committee, Councilor Goh and committee. We discussed that earlier. Right, Councilor Siegel?
Yes.
We'll just bring it in and then keep it in committee.
Well, if you just leave it in committee, we don't have to do anything, correct? All right, it's on the agenda. All right. Move to refer it back to the committee and co-post it to the committee of the whole.
Council Keith moves that the committee report regarding the matter of an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to fingerprinting remain in committee. Co-posted. All those in favor? All those opposed? Council Keith. Further committee reports.
The next one should be salary of the mayor, maybe? Help me out, Councilor. I got a couple.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, salary of compensation of the mayor. City Council, City of Salem, February 13, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs, co-posted committee of the whole, to whom was referred the matter of amending an ordinance to raise the salary compensation of the mayor, has considered said matter and would recommend that the matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole for their review and recommendation per city ordinance, and that the salary of $120,000 for next fiscal year be considered.
On acceptance of report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, Councilor Keith, on discussion?
I think we had enough discussion on this. The committee now on A&F can discuss it at further length. We think it's a good ordinance, and we should go forward with it.
Thank you. On adoption of the recommendation, any further discussion? Seeing none, on adoption of this matter be referred over to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted committee of the whole. All those in favor, all those opposed? Further committee reports. Councilor Keith. Last one, sir.
City of Salem, City Council, February 13, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of amending an ordinance relative to Chapter 2, Section 2055 and 2056, relative to non-discrimination, has considered said matter and would recommend adoption for first passage.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, Councilor Keith, on discussion?
Mr. President, members of the City Council, you'll recall we had a good meeting of the Council Committee of the Whole on this matter. Everybody had an opportunity to speak. The report has been prepared by the Mayor's office. You would have it in your packet tonight, and we just recommend that we go forward on this much-needed legislation on non-discrimination. First passage.
Thank you, Council. Any further discussion? Seeing none, on adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor, all those opposed?
President, could I have a point of personal privilege? I have something that's not a committee report, but is,
Council Sutton.
thank you, Mr. President. I'd just like to address something I was going to bring committee regarding, and we've got emails based on timing of traffic lights around the city. It's something that I've been keeping an eye on for the last year. I've sat at some of the intersections and timed them and counted 1001, 1002 while I waited with no cars going either way. Talked to co-workers that come and go from different parts of the city, different times of the days. And I know there's some frustration out there. And I talked to John Giardi today. We had a nice talk about it. And it deals with something I work with, instrumentation and controls. These new smart lights have the smart light capacity that when you come forward and there's no traffic, that in so many seconds it'll turn for you, just as if you push the crossing light and now that goes. Well, there's an automatic position and there's a manual position. And as we were talking, it dawned on us that at times there's been work done at these intersections, and some of these lights have been switched from their auto to their manual position, which brings them back to the old-fashioned way that they're on timers. So many seconds going this way and so many seconds going that way. On a main street we get a longer time, and a side street we get a shorter time. And the reason I wanted to bring this in is because I would ask the public out there to let us know through emails when you run into this situation, and we can let John Giardi, the city electrician, know that that's happened, and that's a red flag for him to go and check, is this smart light on auto or is it on manual, which takes it back to the old-fashioned light, like the one at Lafayette and Loring Avenue, at Salem State, Old Main Campus, North Campus. That's a timer, it's not a smart light. But with federal transportation money, all new lights are supposed to be smart lights. And if for some reason they've gone on to manual, they're not smart lights anymore, and that's where the frustration comes in. So if all of us together and the public out there sees this, let us know what intersection is happening at, we can get in touch with the city electrician and handle it, fairly fast, having known that. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion to return to the previous part of the meeting.
Council Siegel is asking for suspension of rules to return to the previous part of the meeting. Specifically, Council Siegel?
It was the order that, relative to the composition of the Salem Board of Health.
Page 7.
Yes.
Council Siegel is moving to return back to page 7 briefly. Any objections? Seeing none, Council Siegel.
Mr. President, what I'd like to add, it's going to Public Health, Safety, and Environment. I'd like to add that it be co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. Also invite the city solicitor, the members of the Board of Health, and the health agent.
Thank you.
Second.
Second. Seeing any objection, Council Siegel is asking that this matter be co-posted, and he, being the chair of that committee, Council Siegel is also asking to invite various departments to attend that meeting as well. All is in favor? All is opposed? Council Siegel, can you return us back to the regular portion of the meeting, please?
I make a motion that we return back to the regular part of the meeting where we're at.
Thank you. Council Siegel moves that we return back to the regular portion of the meeting, and that would be communications from city officials. None. Petitions.
We have a request from BNS Fitness to hold a road race, the Black Cat 10 and 20 mile, and use of city streets on March 1st, 2014.
Council O'Keefe, you need to please.
Recognize Councilor Robert McCarthy, Ward 1. Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is I can't remember how many years, it's been going on for a few years in a row. I just want for everyone, it's become a very large event. A lot of the runners use this event, especially the 20, it's a 10-20, it's a 20K, to try to, the timing of it, they use it as a precursor to getting ready for the marathon. That being said, I also want to make note of the fact that this year we're going to try something a little different with this race. In talking over the last 2 years with Lieutenant Brzezinski, we're going to move the start to the Willows Park. Unfortunately, Bentley School the last couple of years hasn't worked out as well for a couple of these races because they kind of gather in mass right outside the Bentley School when they go to start, which is kind of prohibiting anybody in Settlers Way with the condo association right there from exiting at the time when they try to gather everyone for the start of the race. They can't get out because there's no room. Unlike during a regular part of the race when the flow is kind of flowing, if you're in a car down in that area, you can kind of get into the flow and kind of go up as far as you can and get out of it. So we're going to try it that way. Hopefully it works. We've asked that with all these new race applications that they work hand in hand with Lieutenant Brzezinski to try to develop parking arrangements and provide staff that is going to direct race participants out of the neighborhoods and specifically not park in the neighborhoods and make sure that they stay on, in this case, where this race starts, on Ford Avenue in the parking lots, and that time of the year, the Willows isn't heavily used, so hopefully it's early in the morning, so they'll be able to handle some of this additional traffic during this event, and we'll go from there, but I'm asking for everyone for their approval for this event. Thank you.
Councilor McCarthy,
Thank you.
I have a question in your order.
Sure.
What day of the week is it?
What day of the week is it? Saturday, I believe.
All right, thank you.
Is it on Saturday? Just real quick.
You sure?
Saturday.
What is the date?
March 1.
It's a Saturday.
Two. Wonderful. No Sundays from the Willows, correct?
You can ask for what if that's what you like.
All right, we'll see.
Okay. On my motion to move that this matter be granted, all those in favor, all opposed? Further petitions?
We have the following license applications: public guides, taxi cabs, and taxi operators.
Council O'Keefe.
Mr. President, I move they all be referred to committee on license, ordinance, and legal affairs. Oh, I'm sorry. Move they be granted. I'm sorry.
Council O'Keefe's motion
Move.
to these matters be granted.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Yep.
All opposed? Further petitions?
We have list of license applications, secondhand valuable and tag days.
Council O'Keefe.
Must move that those matters be referred to Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs for their review and recommendation.
Council O'Keefe moves that these matters be referred to Committee on Ordinance, Licensing, and Legal Affairs. All in favor? All opposed? Further petitions.
We have one drain layer contract operator license, for Roto-Rooter.
Council O'Keefe.
Mr. President, I move that the license be granted to Roto-Rooter.
Council O'Keefe moves that this matter be granted. All those in favor? All opposed? Further petitions.
We have several claims and a couple of subrogated claims.
Council O'Keefe.
Move that all those matters be referred to Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs for their review and recommendation.
Council O'Keefe moves that these matters be referred to Committee on Ordinance, Licensing, and Legal Affairs. All those in favor? All opposed? Unfinished business.
We have second passage of a bond order for the sum of $2 million to be repurposed for various roadway improvements.
Council Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption for second and final passage by roll call vote.
Any discussion?
No discussion.
No discussion. Further discussion? Seeing none. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Counselor Epley.
Yes.
Counselor Famico.
Yes.
Counselor Fury.
Yes.
Counselor Gerard.
Yes.
Counselor Legault.
Yes.
Counselor Milo.
Yes.
Counselor O'Keefe.
Yes.
Counselor Sargent.
Yes.
Counselor Siegel.
Yes.
Counselor Terrio.
Yes.
Counselor McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the second passage of a bond order for $2 million to be repurposed for various roadway improvements, 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance relative to offenses and miscellaneous provisions
it's okay.
by adding a new section, Chapter 24, Section 24-38, unattended and abandoned shopping carts.
Mr.
Council
President,
O'Keefe.
move for second and final passage as adopted.
Council O'Keefe moves for second and final passage as adopted. Any discussion? Seeing
None.
none. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending traffic, Chapter 42, Section 74, general prohibition towing zone, North Street.
Council Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption for second and final passage.
Any discussion?
I would just like to say that I spoke with the businesses directly impacted by this, and right now, where it's a temporary tow zone, they're very happy with it, so they support it, which I then support.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Seeing none on Council Gerard's motion for second and final passage. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further unfinished business.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending traffic, Chapter 42, Section 50B, handicap parking, limited time, Cabot Street.
Council Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption for second and final passage.
Under discussion?
No discussion.
No discussion. Council Turner moves for adoption second and final passage. All those in favor? All those opposed? Council O'Keefe.
Move for adjournment.
Hold on. Council Legault.
Excuse me, Councilor O'Keefe. Thank you, Mr. President. I believe that I would like to ask for a point of personal privilege, sir.
Council Legault has asked for privileges, so 3 hands. Council Legault.
We had a past member of this body pass away this week. He was waked yesterday and buried this morning. I would just like to ask for a moment of silence for S. Steve Salvo, ex-councilor at large and former president of this body.
Former member of the school committee, too.
Former member of the school committee also. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, move that council adjourn. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
Everyone's got their hand up at the end of this meeting. Council Gerard.
Moment of personal privilege, please.
Council Gerard asking for privilege, show 3 hands.
That just, thank you. Just want to remind people that we are heading into the peak of flu season right now, and there are plenty of flu shots available through the health department, and you just have to call and make an appointment.
Good information.
Anyone else? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun before I went to Council O'Keefe. Anyone else?
Move for,
Go on. Council O'Keefe.
move for adjournment.
Council O'Keefe moves to adjourn. All those in favor, all those opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you.